Hello everyone, and thank you for watching my 248 video tutorial. In the previous lecture we finally got our moving and merging mechanic working, but there are still a couple of bugs in our code. So in this lecture, first I would like to enable automatic tile generation so that we don't have to press G and the game will behave more like the original 248 game. And after that I will fix all the bugs that we have in our code. So I will start with enabling automatic tile generation. So first I will go to our update method, where we have this code that generates tiles for us if we press G on our keyboard, and I will just comment the whole update method. So I can insert a multi-line comment, which is a slash followed by an asterisk, and in the end it is an asterisk followed by a slash. So this way all our update method will be just a comment, and if we would like to return to it sometime later in our program, we can just delete these and these couple of symbols and it will return back to being just a method. Next, what we can do to enable automatic tile generation, right in the end of our start function I will call our function generate 2 times, because if you remember, in the original 248 game we have just 2 tiles in the beginning of the game on the game field, so we want to have the same thing, generate. And yes, so we generate 2 tiles right in the beginning of our game. And next I will go to our move method. After we have made a move, we would also like to generate 1 tile. So I will go to our move method, and in the end I will insert this generate method. So this is almost it for our automatic tile generation, and now I would like to switch to fixing the bugs that we have. We had this interesting bug that when we generated the tiles by hitting the letter G on our keyboard and then tried to move the tiles around and they would merge, after some time we couldn't generate any more tiles. This was happening because after each turn we have to update the information about our empty tiles. So I'll just go and above our move method I will create a new method that will be private void, and I will call this method update empty tiles. So in this method, after each move we will check once again which tiles are empty after we have made a move, which tiles are full, and we will store this information in our list called empty tiles. First I would like to entirely clear our empty tiles list, so I will write empty tiles dot clear, and after execution of this method our empty tiles list will hold 0 tiles, and then I will write for each tile t in all tiles. So we are going to search all our tiles, and in this code block I will write if t dot number equals to 0. So if this tile that we are currently looking at is empty, we are going to add this tile to our empty tiles list. So I will write empty tiles dot add, and here I will write our tile t that is empty. And I would like to use this method here in our move function right after we have made a move and before we generate a new tile. So I will write here update empty tiles. And now I can go to File, hit Save, and we will go to Unity to check all the changes that we have introduced. I will launch the game, and the first thing that we will probably see is these 2 tiles, so I can relaunch our game once again, and the 2 tiles will appear on different positions. So just like in the original 248 game, 2 tiles are generated for us in the beginning of our game, and we can now move these tiles across our game field and they will merge, and it seems like everything's alright, but actually there is another little bug in our game. So previously I was making all the moves that moved at least 1 tile or merged a couple of tiles, but if we find a situation and I will make a move that doesn't do this, so there are no available merges on the field, still our game manager will generate a new tile for us. But in the original 248 game, if we haven't made any moves or any merges, the new tile shouldn't be generated. So this way we should come up with some method to check if an actual move has been made. So right now I will just bring all the tiles to one side, and once we get this situation, right now if I press the left arrow on my keyboard, there are no available moves or merges that our game manager can make, but I will press this button right now and you can see that the new tile gets generated for us. So, and we have the same situation right now, so that when I press the left arrow key, a new tile shouldn't be generated because we haven't actually made any move. But when I press the arrow key, a new tile is generated. So in order to fix that, we have to return to our game manager, and in this method move, right after our debug statement, I will create a new boolean variable that will be just a local variable, and I will call it move made equals false. So this variable is going to track whether or not we have made an actual move and there was a merge, or at least one tile has moved this turn. And in order to track this, I will go to each of our while loops, and here in the body of our while loop I will say move made equals true. So if we have at least once entered this while loop, so if our methods make one move up index returns true at least once, we can say that at least some kind of a move was made. So we will update this variable and we will say move made equals to true, and we will do the same in all the other while loops. So I will write move made equals true here, and I can copy this and paste it in the other while loops that we have. Alright, and here in the end of our move method we will check. So if move made, if the value of our move made is true, only then we will update our empty tiles and generate one new tile. I will go to File and hit Save. And now if we have the same situation, so right now if I press the left arrow on my keyboard, the new tile shouldn't be generated because there will be no actual move made. And if I press left arrow key now, we can see that no new tiles will be generated. So the main game mechanics seem to work, and now we can just make a couple of polishing touches. As you might have noticed, right now the score doesn't count anything, so it just says 1380 like it was saying in our scene view. And this new game button, I can push it, but nothing actually happens except it changes its shade to this dark gray shade, but it still isn't functional. So in the next lecture I would like to address these issues. I will add functionality to our new game button, and I will create a new class that will keep track of our scores and that will store the value of our high score in between game launches, so that if we have played this game and turned it on once again, the game will remember our high score from our previous runs. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.